I am the youth services librarian at the Homer Public Library in Alaska. There is, our library has a staff of 9, and that's full-time and part-time, but I'm the only youth services person. There's a program I did for teens this summer that on a spreadsheet would not look successful at all.
Exactly.
You know, it took time to plan it. It took time to create the model of, we made cardboard VR goggles, right? And so, and we had 4 teenagers show up, and on a piece of paper, that's going to look like a dud, but it was fabulous.
I bet.
I mean, it was like a sewing circle for teenagers, and, you know, kids learned about VR and AR. You know, they spent a lot of time designing, and they even, you know, they even used the word prototype when they were walking out of that room with these goggles that weren't perfect, but they had built them, they worked, and they took home the leftover materials I had to make the next version, you know? And I just think that's what I wanted them to get out of this. Not whether they were able to cut cardboard or this perfect thing, but I wanted them to be exposed to VR. I gave them some curated VR apps that they could download at the library or at home. And I wanted them to get this idea of, you know, I can actually make this, like I can create stuff that has, you know, has an impact on this digital world, and just kind of start there. And it was a win-win, you know. But again, 4 kids and the time it took to plan it, some places that would not work, but it was successful. Being able to articulate what you're trying to do is really important. You know, both for yourself, so you go in and you can identify what you need to accomplish those goals. You know, it's almost like the elevator pitch for all these things. But I think if you're able to articulate what you're trying to do, that can help you decide for yourself, or other people decide if it's successful. You know, I think being pretty in touch with both what is out there, you know, making cardboard do-it-yourself VR goggles at the library is not, I didn't come up with that idea. I adapted it from what someone else did. And I think being aware of what else is going on there, and kind of being, you know, just really being in touch with what kids and families are interested in. You know, whether that's formal surveys or, you know, just anecdotal conversations or kind of spin-offs from other programs. You know, 2 of the 4 young teens that came to this one had been to maker programs before, so they kind of knew what to expect. In fact, one of the boys, when he walked in, he said, "Wait, we're actually going to make VR goggles? I thought we were going to watch a movie about them." And I said, "Ian, when have you ever come to the library for a program and not made something, you know?" And he goes, "Okay, you're right," you know. But, you know, you think within that program, I did media advisory, because I gave them a list of curated apps. I provided access. So all those kids had a phone, either from their phone or their parents' phone, but they actually got to try VR on my phone while they were there. So they got access to these tools, right? And they're here in this program where they're meeting kids that they don't already know. So there's like this social piece. And so just within a 2-hour period, and then on top of it, you know, a teen mentor who worked with me for 2 years, and now she's off at MIT, she's part of this program watching this happen. You know, she's right in the mix, helped me plan the program. So there's these ultimate elements. And did it cost a fortune? No, but, you know, there was so much that went into that, you know, assessing my resources. As I said, 2 of those teens, I had been in programs before, so I kind of had a feel for what they were interested in, incorporating that teen mentor to understand. And so, you know, but again, it goes back to being able to, you know, I can articulate all of that. And I think that's where the difference is. If you can articulate it, you're at least 50% there for, you know, making the case for it.